Hi there, Letravis. Today I want to talk a little bit about the sample Sensodyne writing that I promised you to talk about. So if you remember in my last video presentation, I talked about the process of writing, and I talked to you about this process being daunting, being arduous, and the process being more like a journey. So it's not a very simple, process that you can go through and turn out to be an expert in this process, which is the writing process. In this video presentation, first of all, I'm going to be sharing my screen with you guys, and I'm going to show you guys the directions or the instructions that are here available to us on Sensodyne. I'll share the photo with you, and I'll share with you how I am going to be editing it. So it's very important for us to recognize even the best texts in the world can be edited. So don't take it easy. It has not happened to be just one person writing the whole thing here, and it has never been edited by anybody else. No, this text has been edited and revised by experts in their own field, but at this point, the process is still on and is still going on, and it has not come to an end. So what I'm gonna do in this short video presentation is to share with you guys the original sentences and tell you where the mistakes are and how we can rectify those problems and fix those errors and mistakes. Thank you for watching the video presentation. I'm going to be sharing my screen with you guys, and thanks for watching. Right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the one I promised you, and now I'm sharing with you guys my screen. I promised to edit the original sentences labeled on Sensodyne, and now you can see original sentences right up here. Okay, I want to ask you guys to either pause the feed or spend 1 minute reading the sentences that I have available to you. So the sentences or the words highlighted in red are the ones that are to some degree problematic, and I'm going to rectify those errors or problems or improve the style or the tone of the sentences right here. Okay, I hope that you're done reading the original sentences right up there. And now let's have a look at the sentences. Edit 1. We have 3 different edits. We have edit number 1. So on edit number 1, have a look at the sentences that I basically changed. So instead of saying always follow the label, I made it more professional by changing the tone, and I wrote follow the instructions carefully. So as you guys can see, there's a difference between always follow the label. What label? This label, other labels, but this is more specific and to the point. Follow the instructions carefully. Now, Cam, is that an editing problem? Not at all. It's not an editing problem, but if you're trying to stylistically, or speaking of the style, if you're trying to stylistically improve the existing text. Now, let's have a look at the rest of it. Adults and children 12 years of age and over. Now, take a look at this one, which is way more professional than the original one. Adults and children 12 years or older only. Now, you may be wondering, Cam, why did you say only? Because we have a bunch of sentences down below. Take a look at this one. Not for use by children under 12 years of age. Okay, so instead of repeating ourselves, what I have here is this one. By simply saying children 12 years of age or older only, you don't have to repeat yourself here anymore, because this is basically repetition. Now, if you look at the rest of it, you can see that there are still some issues. For example, take a look at this one. Spit out and do not swallow. What are we talking about? 3 times, and then some sort of a slash or what have you. 3 times day. What is that? 3 times day. So I fixed it saying 3 times a day. Cam, there's just one thing that you need to be mindful of, and what is it? Well, for the sake of brevity, they're using these sentences, and I want you to take this journey with me so I can show you what my final edit is going to look like. How many words do we have here, original sentences? You've got 130 words right here, right? Okay, and look at my final edit, because the argument that they can present to us, or anybody else for that matter, is this. Look, for the sake of brevity, because we want to be short, because we want to make sure that the sentences are shorter, we are using, for example, these, signs or what have you. For example, we don't write it out as spit out the toothpaste and do not swallow it. Instead of saying toothpaste and swallow it, we simply say spit out and do not swallow, because we want to be brief. Okay, I accept that argument, but pay attention to the final edit that I've got for you, alright? Now, let's have a look at this one. 3 times, alright, 3 times a day. And okay, we have the word right away. I understand that right away has no problem, but speaking of the style and stylistically speaking, we want to make sure that the diction, which I will talk about in future video presentations, the diction is relatively conversational, but at the same time more professional. So instead of that, I can simply say immediately. Now, we will have a problem that I will talk about and address later on in terms of using the word immediately twice in a text. So I am going to address that problem, and I will rectify this problem right after. Okay, now let's have a look at the other ones that I highlighted and read for you guys, such as this one. This is a big no. So this is a big problem, and I think they missed it. And this has to do with a grammatical problem called comma splice. So what is a comma splice? Please Google the sentence structure error, comma splice, if you are interested in learning about that. But if you want me to explain it to you in short, I would say when you are joining two independent ideas or two independent sentences using a comma in the middle, basically, when two independent ideas or two independent sentences are joined together by a comma, you're having this problem called comma splice. Okay, that's the problem. How did I rectify the problem? Take a look at this one. So instead of having a comma, you can put a period right here and then start another fresh new sentence. If for example you have such underlying problems or what have you, stop using and consult, stop using, and I will fix the rest of it later on, because the stop using could better phrased perhaps later on. Stop using and consult a dentist when symptoms persist or worsen. Okay, so that's what we want to know. Now, again, we have the same kind of thing happening right here, speaking of the underlying problems. Okay, so in a sense, there's some sort of repetition going on. So take a look at this repetition. Stop use and talk to your dentist or doctor immediately if you experience swelling of the mouth or face. Swelling of the mouth or face. So that is, in a sense, because we're talking about the problems or the symptoms or some sorts of underlying problems, going back to experiencing swelling of the mouth or swelling of the face, is basically some sort of a repetition that I've got here for you guys. So how will I fix that one? Not for use by children under 12 years of age. So we fix this problem right here by saying 12 years or older only. So we don't have to repeat ourselves here. Thank you for watching the video. If you found it helpful, please like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications for new videos. I appreciate your support. Thank you very much. Take a look at edit number 2, because this is lovely. Edit number 2. So I figured out the problem. I fixed all these problems, such as 3 times a day and then the rest of it. And now take a look at this one. Take a look at this one. So what I did was, so I showed you this one, and I showed you that there's some sort of a repetition going on. Please note that the underlined sentences should be combined for better brevity. So the counter argument is this. Now, you know what, Cam? You're saying discontinue use. We don't want to say discontinue using the product because we want to be brief. I hear you. I give you benefit of the doubt that you want to be brief, but take a look at these examples right here. Take a look at the underlined ones, okay? So, in a sense, we are repeating ourselves. So what can we do? We can combine the sentences in this case. How? What is the alternative here available to us? Take a look at this one. I combine these two sentences together. Which ones? The underlined ones. and I have one fresh new sentence for you guys to see. Okay, so in case of swelling of the mouth or face or experiencing any underlying problems, any underlying problems, stop using it. You see, now we are improving the edit. Now we are editing the edit for that matter. Stop using it and see a health professional immediately, right? So take a look at that one. That is actually quite interesting. If you're not up for subscribing, liking, or turning on notifications, please at least share this video with a friend. It's a great way to spread the word and get more people involved. Thank you so much. Now, this is edit number 3. Look at edit number 3 and tell me which one is better. Take a look at this one. So please follow the instructions. You would tell me, Cam, why did you separate them? I separated them for the sake of better readability, okay? So as you can see, now it is more readable. How many words do we have here? We have 120 words. Okay, 120 words, that's the final edit, okay? Now, I really wanted to make it a little bit clearer. I put them in juxtaposition with one another. So this is the original sentence. It had a one big grammatical comma splice problem, just so you know. That can't be forgiven. But, you know, stylistically, we also improved it, just so you know, okay? So, and here in the final edit, I also said, stop using the toothpaste, whereas in the edit number 3, stop using it. So instead of that, I said, stop using the product. Okay, so it's number 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so take a look at the original sentences, right? Here, as opposed to the final edit. All right. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is interesting, no? So we fixed it here. I didn't like the idea of not using the word the and the counter argument. You see, they have a counter argument against what I just told you. Their counter argument is this. Look, we want to avoid using the because we want to be more brief. Sure. How many words do you have? How many words do you have? 130. So I used the word the. I used the word using the toothpaste and then the rest of it. And now how many words do I have? 121. Which one is surer? The one that we edited. Okay? So as you can see, these texts written by professionals and educated individuals, revised and edited probably many times, can still be revised and edited. Okay? So this is the final edit version that I have available to you. All right, I just wanted to put them together, or at least put the edited version in juxtaposition with the original sentences so you can see what the differences are. Here we go. Writing is a process, ladies and gentlemen. It's such a daunting and arduous task. It can't be done in a day. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you, Let Ravis, for watching this video. If you liked the video presentation, if you found it informative and educational, please give it a big thumbs up and please subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.